A swirling soup of plastic debris floating in the middle of the ocean is now home to dozens of marine species. That's according to a study published in the journal Nature, Ecology, and Evolution. After examining more than 100 pieces of debris from the Great Pacific Garbage Patch, researchers found nearly 500 marine organisms living on them. Those creatures account for 46 different species, including oysters, crabs, barnacles, crustaceans, and mussels. 80% of these species are typically only found along coastlines. For more on this, I am joined by Joost Dubois. He is the Director of Communications at the Ocean Cleanup, a nonprofit working to remove plastic from our oceans. Joost, before we get into the new tenants, remind us about where all this plastic comes from and just how big this patch is.
Yeah, thank you. The plastic is coming from land, of course. That's where it starts. And it's a mix of land-based plastics that enter the ocean through rivers and a significant fraction that is remainers of fishing activities in the area.
And how are these species able to create a home in a sea of plastic trash?
Well, they seem to be able to feed themselves and reproduce while they are floating around on these little pieces and feed themselves on snails or small jellyfish that are in the area and manage to survive.
And is there anything good about this? I mean, in other words, is it providing a habitat for a species that might not otherwise have somewhere to live or anything? Because obviously the plastic garbage is awful.
Yeah, well, it's too early to say. It's an invasive species, of course, or these are invasive species in the area, and we will continue to do more research on this. It's remarkable how many we found, and the fact that they are able to reproduce is a warning sign. And whether or not it's concerning, it's too early to say.
And might it in any way hamper or get in the way of cleanup efforts in terms of trying to get this garbage out of the ocean?
No, we don't think so. These are invasive species, so we don't think that it matters to take them out of the area when we take the plastic out. There is other species that are predominant in this area that we monitor very closely together with our catch to make sure that we don't do any damage while we manage our operations.
And for those who would like to help in this effort, how can people help?
Well, it starts, of course, with being very, very aware of how you're using plastics, especially single-use plastics. We use a lot of it. It's great material, but it's also very persistent. So if you litter it, it will stay around for a long time. And so don't litter. Clean up the environment. Participate in beach cleanups. Support organizations like ours. What we do is not cheap. It's not easy. And I see you accompany me with some very beautiful shots of how we remove plastic from the high seas.
Right. Success in action. Joost Dubois, thank you for joining us from Gainesville, Florida.
Thank you very much.